twice this year. I can't earn a living, and you're comfortable, and you get to pay your bills. I can't pay my bills. You.
There are people yelling that they would like to come in and speak to us.
This has been declared an unlawful assembly.
Oregon State Police moved in this morning during a protest at the Oregon State Capitol. This as lawmakers met for a special session to discuss new ways to help Oregonians through the pandemic. Protesters demanded access to the meeting, but lawmakers say they were trying to follow health guidelines. So instead, they provided protesters with a monitor outside of the Capitol. Lawmakers are set to vote this afternoon on more than $800 million in relief funds related to the pandemic, as well as the wildfires that tore through the state during the summer. Fox 12's Marilyn Deutsch has been all day at the Capitol for us, and she spoke with some of the protesters there.
Good afternoon. It has been a very tense morning here at the state capitol. At least 2 people have been arrested. We just learned they were arrested for refusing to leave the state capitol building, that according to Oregon State Police. And as you can see, there's kind of a standoff going on right here on Court Street, right in front of the state capitol building. You can see some protesters. There aren't as many as there were earlier in the day, but there are still some very loud protesters here on Court Street. And beyond them, by the way, an Oregon State Police armored vehicle. Hundreds of protesters gathering this morning demanding to get into the state capitol building to make their voices heard while legislators debate relief plans for the pandemic and the wildfires. Protesters tried to get in a door and a window. They were pushed back by state police. At about 9:30 this morning, state police rolled up in a Salem police armored vehicle, calling the protest an unlawful assembly. One protester told me she has always backed the blue, but now after this show of force, she thinks they are acting as the agents of a tyrannical government. These folks extremely angry about what is going on in the state and the country, and especially with the COVID-19 restrictions that have shut down their businesses. They say what is going on is unconstitutional. It has been at times a very angry crowd, angry at the media as well as the government. Now, before the police moved in, we had a chance to talk to some of the folks here about why they came to protest at the state capitol today.
They want their voices to be heard, and they want to be able to go into an establishment that we actually pay for as citizens.
We're not Antifa. We're not out here taking in this Capitol. We're just asking that we be included in the legislative process. That's what we're doing. That's the only thing that we're here for.
I think business owners should decide for themselves whether they want to be open, and each customer, when they walk through the door, is making that very same decision.
I'm just a country boy that wants to be left alone.
Shame on you! Shame on you!
We have reached out to the Oregon State Police about the use of pepper spray today. They have not gotten back to us, but we certainly saw the signs of it. People desperately washing out their burning eyes. It has been a loud crowd, and while a number of people are carrying rifles, they have not been violent. And back here live, you can see that white vehicle there in the middle of the street. We think it belongs to someone in this crowd, and so that it's kind of between the crowd and the armored vehicle manned by the state police. Now, again, a group of protesters did get into the building earlier. State police got most of them out, but they say 2 of them refused to leave, and they did arrest still 2 people. Obviously, this is still a very active scene here, as it has been for the last 4 hours. Live in Salem, Marilyn Deutsch, Fox 12 Oregon.